In this video, I'm going to be exploring Drupal 10's new theme generator feature. This is a new feature that allows you to create a theme from a starter kit. So to start, I have a fresh installation of Drupal 10 spun up locally with DDEV, so let's go ahead and jump in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run the script. Let's see, I need to cd into my web root. Then I am going to run php core / scripts / Drupal generate theme. And here I'm going to start off by just using the help flag so we can see what options are available. So we've got the description, generates a new theme based on latest default markup. Here we've got the patterns for using the script. And the argument is going to be machine name. I think that is all you really need to run to start and generate a theme, but we have a few more options here. We've got name, a name for the theme, which I assume is the human readable name, and the description, which would be the description of your theme. So these should go into your .info file, .info.yaml. And then the path here defaults to themes, so you should be able to use themes custom, for example, if that's where you normally put your custom themes, and indicate that with the flag. And then this one is very interesting. So we've got starter kit here, the theme to use as the starter kit. So it sounds like we will be able to have other starter kits we use and maybe create and maintain our own. So I will probably investigate that in another video. So let's get started and give this a try. So again, we're going to run the same script, but this time we're going to include that machine readable name, or that machine name. So I'll just call this demo, and let's see what we get. Great, so that created a theme for us, and we've got quite a bit for a brand spanking new theme for my taste. Let's see, we've got a whole lot of CSS, which for me, I would start cleaner and fresher than this. However, I think the pro of having this CSS is that it gives you a good roadmap for things that are often forgotten when you're doing your theming. For example, like progress bars and other little UI pieces that are included in Drupal that the designer may not have included in their mockup. So this is a good thing to take back to the designer and say, hey, I need to know what these things need to look like as well, because they might be used in the Drupal system. Images, so that is a lot of images for a fresh theme also, but clearly being used by the CSS. So that's something you're going to want to replace if you're doing a lot of custom theming, or using an existing library like Bootstrap or USWDS. And we have the source file here, which has PHP. So that looks like that's used for actually the starter kit generation. I would feel very safe deleting that. You shouldn't have PHP in a theme. And additionally, it could be very confusing. Source is a pretty common naming pattern for your Sass folder and your JS folder, and then you compile that into your dist folder. So if you're doing a front-end build, this might get pretty confusing. So I would have no qualms about just deleting this. Templates. Okay, so looks like we've got a lot of Drupal templates here. I have no problem with that. I think that's great. You can customize them. And I think, again, like I mentioned previously with the CSS, gives you a roadmap for things that get forgotten. For example, maintenance pages, we often forget to theme those, and error pages I don't see here, but like your 404 pages and whatnot, those are things that get forgotten a lot in theming. So I think this could be really helpful, and you can customize them to your heart's content, but I don't think there's any concern about having those up front for my taste. And it generated our info file. You can see it put in the machine name here. I think probably if I had used this name flag for the human readable name, that would be included here. It is using stable as the base theme. I think that's fine because you've got some templates to fall back on if you forget anything and miss anything. A little flag here to say that it's from a starter kit. Interesting. And then we have some libraries here and some extended libraries. Again, this is usually more than I would start with when I'm building a theme from scratch, but again, you know, we've got all that CSS, and these are all good reminders. I mean, never remember to do a drop button, so reminds you you've got the dialogue. So this is all stuff you can reference. Make sure that you have designs and theming in place for it. Let's take a look at the libraries. As expected, a lot of stuff going on there because we have a lot of CSS files. So again, you know, it's up to you. I would probably just have, you know, my SAS files that I custom do and maybe stick these in another folder somewhere so I can reference them because I do think they're a good reference, but probably not actually load them. And we've got a .theme file, which has a preprocess in it. That's it. Okay. So this is interesting. I think this is a weird place to have this because this is going to be very custom, but it does look like there are some issues that they are going to revisit. So this may just be a band-aid for now that is sitting here that may go away in the future. So that will be interesting. And of course, we've got our screenshot for the appearance page. That's down here. Our screenshot for the appearance page. Clicked on one thing while looking at another. And then we've got our logo file, which of course you can replace with your own. And a README file, which I assume is all starter kit stuff. Yep, so customize this to your heart's content. All right, let's do one more run here and maybe try a couple of the flags just for comparison. That again, and then we'll do demo 2. And let's add in a name. So we'll do flag name equals, let's say, my theme. And we can also add a description. Description. This is my test theme. And let's give that a try. All right. Close up my other one. Let's take a look here. And the places I would expect to see changes is in this info file. Yep. And so got this, my theme here. And I assume a description. Yep, there it is. Right there. Cool. So this looks like it's going to be a fun tool to play with and learn about. And I look forward to talking more about it in my next video. Thank you.